a lot of times we're going to be doing these really crazy poses, right? If you guys were here last week, we did all kinds of trees and butterflies and downward dog. And they're really going to test our stability, which means our balance. And sometimes our balance can be a little off. And balance is like any other muscle, right? You have to keep using it for you to get more and more balance. So if we're in a pose and you fall out, no big deal. Just get right back into it, right? Just think about like when we're at the park and we're running, and sometimes we get a little tired, and so we have to slow down a little bit, and then our body rests, and then we go back into running. Same thing's true with yoga. If we need a little break, we can stop. If we fall out of a pose, get back into it, because all that matters is that you guys showed up today. That's it.
Then we're doing the after party today.
Showing up. Everything else is just the cherry on top. Okay, everybody take a sip of water before we start.
Dana, we're doing the after party today.
I think in New York City it's pretty hot there, so make sure you're drinking a lot. And then Karen, could you have everybody muted?
Okay.
For a minute, and then you can unmute us after.
Yep, absolutely. But I'm going to mute you all now.
We can't see you, Charlotte. You got to.
Oh, Janet, I'll bring you back.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm excited to do this yoga practice with Miss Angie, so I'm just going to listen.
Okay.
But Janet was totally right. Everybody remember, bring your camera and your whatever, if you're on your phone, if you're on your computer, bring it down to the ground so that we all can see everybody. Cool. Okay. So let's first start crisscross applesauce. Let's put our hands up on our knees. And remember, we have our palms open so that we can just receive all of this beautiful energy that's all around us, right? So we're just keeping it open for everything life has to give to us. And now, I told you guys, I was running all around trying to find the perfect spot to do this. So I'm a little like frazzled right now, which sometimes happens, right? Maybe you guys were in class or doing something else and you had to rush to get here on time. And so we're just feeling a little kind of discombobulated. So what we're going to start with is just a couple breathing exercises to help bring us centered and to help us to be present, okay? So with your hands open on your knees, everybody close your eyes. Now, I can't see if your eyes are closed, so just make sure they are. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths together. So I want you to do with eyes closed is take a deep breath in your nose, hold it up at the top, and let it go with a sigh. Let's take another deep one. Hold it at the top. This time, let it go with a sound. Take another deep breath in your nose. Hold it at the top. Let's let it go with an ha sound. Now, let's take 3 more breaths all on your own. In your nose, out your mouth. If you want to make one of those sounds, the or ha sound, you can. If you want to just do it quietly, you can. It's all up to you. We just want to get centered right now. So 3 deep breaths. One more deep breath in your nose, out your mouth. Okay, are we feeling ready? I know sometimes the deep breaths for me just help me to forget about all the craziness that can sometimes happen in our lives, right? Sometimes things get so busy. In New York City, it's so loud. And just being able to take some breaths with our eyes closed helps to calm us and to find our center. Now, last week, we did animal poses. But guess what? There are so many animal poses. So we're going to do some of the ones we did last week, and we're going to learn some new ones. And like I said, if you're just joining us now, if you fall out of a pose, no big deal. You can just get right back into it, right? We should not be taking ourselves too seriously. You can laugh and smile and get back in. Okay, so let's start in child's pose. We do this every time we start. So we're gonna get on our knees, put our forehead to the ground. Now I'm gonna do it, but then I'm also gonna be watching you. And our arms out in front of us. So if you can't see, go ahead and take a look at me. It's like I'm lying on my legs here with my head down. And we're just gonna take a couple breaths here. Now, as you breathe, I want you to think about how your body is feeling. Are you feeling a little sore or a little tight in one area? Do your arms feel weird? Do your back feel weird? Just kind of see how you're feeling. Check in with your body. And when you're ready, you can just kind of roll side to side. We're just stretching out our back a little bit. Then let's take our first animal, our spiders. Everybody has 10 of them. Get those spiders going, okay? And I want you in child's pose to crawl your spider as far forward as you possibly can. Keep crawling. Crawl, crawl, crawl. It just rained here, so it's kind of like the itsy bitsy spider crawling up the water spout. Crawl, crawl, crawl. And then when they're as far as they can go ahead and go side to side. This is really going to open and stretch the sides of our body and our back. And then crawl your spider fingers over to meet each other. Crawl it over so you have both of them on your left side. Nice. And lean into that stretch. And then crawl both over to the other side. All the way over as far as you can go. Feel the stretch on the other side. Now crawl them back. And then you're going to crawl them underneath you. So we're in a tabletop. Does everybody remember how to do tabletop? Our knees should be under our hips. And our hands are under our shoulders. So remember, if we put that glass of water on us, it should be able to stand. We don't want to be up like this yet. Nice and flat. Okay, so we've done cat-cow now every yoga practice. So for those of you who've done it before, you can go right into cat-cow. And let me see everybody. I'm looking, Charlotte, can I see you get into tabletop? There we go. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go into cat. Now remember, when a cat gets scared, its head comes up and its belly drops. And it goes, right? Like we often see this on Halloween when a cat's on a fence and it has this droopy back. Oh my gosh, guys, our cow. I'm doing the cow right now. I told you it's been a little bit crazy. And it's okay. We'll just fix it. That's a great part about yoga. Our cat is up. Were some of you like, Coach Angie, that was not a cat? If so, good job. Okay, go into your back up for our cat and your head down. Now take a deep breath and go into our cow, not our cat, with your head up. See how high up you can look in the sky. And then let your breath go as you roll your back and look down. Can you look at your belly button? Can you see it? Take another deep breath in and look up at the sky. Like you're gonna wave to the sky. Hello, sky. Then as you let your breath out, roll back in, look at that belly button. Let's take another deep breath in. One last cow. Can everybody go moo? And as we exhale, everybody say meow into our cat. How'd that feel, everybody? Okay, so from our cat-cow, let me see everybody still in your tabletop. So down on all fours, we're gonna push ourselves right up into downward dog. So look what I do. Tuck your toes and just boop, pick yourself right up. So you look like an upside down V. And this is our downward dog. Everybody wag your tail. Wag, 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 wag. Let's see those tails up in the air. There you go. Now your dog wants to move around, but first, let's stretch the dog out. So bend one leg, bend the other leg. You can hold it. You can push yourself back a little. Feel a nice stretch up our hamstrings. Do that for the other leg. You can get a little bounce, 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 bounce. Just stretching things out right now. Now, everybody, we're going to take our dog for a walk. Okay, so stay in this position and see if you can take little steps around your room. Wag your tail if you can. Little steps. And if you see somebody, say hello. Keep going. Take your dog all the way around in one big circle and bring your dog right back to where we started. Okay, let me see. Do I see everybody back in their spot? Awesome. Nice job. Okay. Now, I'm going to throw something in here that's not an animal, but we do it a lot and it's super important. From your downward dog, I want you just to push into plank. Okay? Let me see. Some of you need to move your cameras down just a little so I can see you. Now, we do plank every day. So you should be one straight line. Now, I'm going to move up a little on my mat. There we go. Okay, from plank, push yourself back into downward dog. This is a really good core exercise. Then take a breath, go back into plank. Now notice that my arms and my hands are under my shoulders. My head is forward, and I'm not looking down, I'm looking forward. Push yourself back into downward dog. Good. Take another breath back into plank. We're gonna do this 3 times. You can go as fast or as slowly as you want. Go from plank to downward dog. Then take a breath into plank. And then breathe out as you go into downward dog. 2 more times. Breathe into plank. Breathe out to downward dog. 1 more time. Breathe into plank. Breathe out to downward dog. Nice job. Okay. Now, you're still in downward dog, right? So what we're going to do is you're going to walk your feet forward. Forward, forward, forward. Okay? So your feet are right underneath you. And I want you to bend your knees a little bit. This is called forward fold. Now I'll turn so you can see. I can fit 2 fists between my feet. That means my feet are hip widths. So if you want to know if your feet are right, take your 2 fists and put them right between your feet. Okay? I'm going to go back. So we're on our side, our knees are bent, and we're in forward fold. Now, we're going to grow up into tree. Does everybody remember how to do that? But first, we're going to start with mountain. Roll up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly till you're all the way standing. Let me fix my camera so you can see me. Okay, so you're all the way standing. Nice and straight. And then bring your arms up all the way overhead. This is our mountain pose. Mountains are super tall. So I want to see you get as tall as you possibly can. Get those arms all the way out there. Let me move up a little. And then I want you to take a little look back, a little back bend. Can everybody look at the wall behind them? Nice. And then bring your arms out like a swan. I'll wait right here for everybody. Let me see your arms like a swan. Jack, can I see you put your arms out? There we go. And then go all the way down to your toes. Now we're back in forward fold, which we already know. So one more time, roll up, slowly, keep your head down, let it be the last thing up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Bring your arms up into mountain pose. How tall can you get? Get your body as tall up like you're reaching for the sky. And then look back at the wall behind you. Okay, good. Now, let's bring our hands to our heart center. Last week when we did this, or 2 weeks ago, we had either had our hands at our hips or at our heart center. Either one. You're going to be a little sturdier with your hands on your hips. You put your hands here, it's going to take a little more balance. And either one is fine. Wherever you are is great. We're going to go into tree pose. Now, everybody take your right leg and shake it. Let me see your right leg. So we all know we have the same leg. Beautiful. So that leg that you were shaking, you're going to put it either below your knee, right here. See how it's like, gave my leg a little hug, right here. Or if you're feeling like you have a lot of balance today, you can grab it and bring it above your knee. Now remember, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you try. So whether it's up here or down here, whatever works for you. Now, once you feel, I'm going to put mine up here for now for anybody who wants to see. Once you feel like you have balance, grow your tree. Can you get those arms out there? Move slowly because it's going to take balance. And expand your arms as wide as you can. We talk about this all the time. We do not have a lot of space in New York City. During yoga, we can take up as much space as we want. So get those arms wide. You want them to go way up tall, you can do that. Sometimes I like to bring mine down almost like cactus arms. Yep, whatever feels good. Good. I see some of you falling out and getting right back in. That is exactly what you should do. Now, bring your foot down, 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 down. Bring your arms, your branches down, and let's shake it out a little. Now, whatever we do on the right side, we of course have to do on the left side. So everybody pick up your left leg. Let's make sure we all have the same leg. Whatever leg you did not use last time, use that one this time. Okay, once we have it, you can bring your hands to your hips or to heart center. And your foot's either gonna go down below your knee, or if you're feeling super balancy, you can bring it up here. Okay, and we're gonna stay there. Whoa, I just fell out of it, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go right back into it. Because guys, we all fall out of it sometimes. We all lose our balance. Okay, when you're feeling steady, you can bring your hands to heart center, or you can grow your tree. Take up as much space as you possibly can. Think about what type of tree you would be. Are you a big maple? Are you a tall pine tree? What are you? Picture it and just feel it. So much space we're taking up. Nice. Okay, let's bring back to heart center. Back to our hips, and we'll inch all the way down. And guys, do you know what I see at the bottom of our tree? I see a snake. He's just slithering around down there. Why don't we go meet him? So everybody, down into forward fold. I'm going on my side here. And let's go right into plank. Can you walk back into plank? Nice. And now I'm going to count to 10. And we are going to lower ourselves to the ground to meet the cobra in 10 seconds. So as slowly as you can, lower to the ground. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't go yet. 9, 10. Okay, everybody's on the ground. Let me move my camera down. So everybody should be on their belly now. Okay? When you're on your belly, can you guys all see me? Okay, good. I want you to bring your hands behind you. Okay? And look at, I'm one long line. I'm like a snake, right? And just pick your head up. Can you pick your head and shoulders up a little? And do we know what sound a snake makes? It. So go ahead and wiggle a little and go. Yes. Get a little snake move here. Awesome. We're going to go right from our snake into a locust. So put your head back down on the ground. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our head, our arms, and our legs. See how it almost looks like I'm a boat, but I also look like a locust, which kind of looks like a grasshopper. So can everybody pick their head, their arms, and their feet off the ground? Now notice where my arms are. They're back behind me, just like a locust. Okay, and let's let the breath go and put our head back down. And wiggle it out a little bit. We're gonna do that 2 more times. This is a really great strengthener for our back. Okay, ready? Pick up your head, and then pick up your arms, then pick up your feet. And if you wanna fly a little like a locust, go right ahead. I think they fly, right? So go ahead and we can move around like we're flying around, but keep them off the ground. Can you hold it for 2 more seconds? Nice. Okay, put your head back down. And let's do it one last time. I want you to get as high as you possibly can. Okay, ready? Head up. Feet and arms up. Can you get even higher? How high can you go? Can you almost touch your feet? Nice job, everybody. Nice job. Okay, let's put it down. And let's go into child's pose for a moment to relax, because we just did a lot of work. So go ahead and get on your Knees and our head on the ground, our arms forward. And just sit here for a second. We're gonna take a few breaths here and give our body a rest. Nice. And we can kind of wiggle our way to feel a little better, to sit up a little bit. Really nice job. Okay, from our child's pose, we're gonna go into our last pose. I wonder if you guys remember what it is. How we always end our practice is with our final savasana. And remember, that's just where we just lie down on our back and we try not to do anything. So when we lie down, everybody get down on your back, your hands facing up, your toes are kind of splayed out to the side. And I want to see if you can lie here and make as little movement as possible. Even if your nose itches, even if your toes itch, even if you really just want to move everything around. Can we stay still for a full minute? And Karen, do you think you could count us, put a timer up for 1 minute and tell us when we've been very still for 1 whole minute?
I sure can. Just
Awesome. So Karen, you tell us when we're ready, and let's see if everybody can keep their eyes closed and not move at all for 1 minute. Okay, I'm ready. Is everybody else ready? Karen, when you're ready.
All right, here we go. We're going to start now.
And don't worry, Karen will tell you when it's over. So we won't forget about you. Stay as still as possible.
Right. 20 seconds.
We're almost there, everybody. You can do it. Keep those eyes closed.
10 seconds.
Deep breaths.
5, 2, 1. All right.
Ooh, it's 1 minute. Everybody roll to your side, push yourself up, and we'll come to sitting crisscross. That was an entire minute that we just sat quietly. It felt like a long time, right? Because we're so used to moving and being on our phones and talking and watching videos and being on Zoom calls that sometimes it's really hard to be quiet and still. But it's a really good practice to work on how long can you stay still. Maybe we just do it for a minute. Maybe we work our way up to 5 minutes. Now, I know Sheridan was saying earlier that she meditates, and that's what happens when we meditate. We try and stay as still and quiet as possible. So it's a great thing that we can work on, and maybe next week we'll do 2 minutes. Okay, let's do our last little thing. I want everybody put your arms out wide and hug yourself. Say thank you, body, for showing up. Everybody give yourself a big hug. Nice job. And now everybody put your arms out and hug each other. And everybody say thank you for showing up, everybody. Yes, we have such a great team. And I'm so proud of all of you. I'm also proud of all these really difficult poses we did today. And I saw everybody trying them, which was amazing. So thank you all for showing up. And we will have yoga again. Actually, we don't have yoga until the end of the month because we have a bunch of other things going on. But the last Wednesday at 5 o'clock, we will have yoga. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Karen will unmute in case anybody has any questions. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for Hope and Possibility, you need to do that before Sunday. And I think almost all of you have, which is great. And you know what? I'm so sorry. You know what I didn't tell you to do? Everybody should take some water right now.
Can my mom do it?
Can your mom do what, hun?
My mom registrate me?
Yes, you are registered. I think everybody on here is registered.
Almost.
How'd that feel? How's everybody feel right now? I'm sweating out here. I hope you all feel good. I love seeing everybody drinking their water.
You're so soothing.
I love that.
Well, thank you, Janet.
I feel
That's
so
not the
relaxed.
word people used to say when they talk about me. So thank you. Does
I need
anybody
it.
have any questions?
No.
Karen did record this, so we will put it on the website, which means you can watch it and work out to it, do the yoga with it anytime you want. So if there was a pose that maybe you're like, I'd like a little extra practice on that, you can go back and watch this and you can practice it as much as you want. Does that sound good?
Mhm.
Awesome.
Sorry, Angie. I had to get back in, and I had to unmute myself.
No worries. You are fabulous. Awesome job, everybody. Thank you for coming.
We have an after party,
Don't
Janet.
forget, Saturday, Janet is leading a boxing workout. So
We have a
everybody,
little after
11
party,
a.m.
Janet.
on Saturday.
Can we have an
Janet's
after
leading
party,
boxing.
Janet?
5 p.m. on Friday. Dance party. Lots of fun things this week.
Can we have an after party, Janet?
Everybody
Yes,
put
Scarlett.
Go Achilles kids on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go!
Go, team!
Go!
Oh, Achilles kids.